Welcome, my name is Abby and this is Craft Studio. How are you doing today? We're trying to get together, that's what we're trying to do. Or I'm trying. I thought I would jump on and make a video of some of the things that I am working on right now. Or some of the things I've been working on. I know it has been a while since I have posted. I seem to say that a lot. But anyway, that's okay. Never mind. So I have some crochet I wanted to share with you. I have some books. I have some knitting. I have some new yarn that I tried. I have, of course, patterns that I've tried. And I have some sewing. And I have some fabric to share with you. So get comfortable and get something to drink and let's have some fun. Have a little crafty chat. And this is a pattern, crochet pattern by Hannah Bovendier. She has an Etsy shop and this is where I purchased the pattern. And it is a beautiful, just beautiful flower. And it uses some very beautiful stitches and just turned out lovely. I made a couple of these, so I wanted to share those. I have not weaved in my ends yet, but that's how life is going right now. Do you feel that way? Your ends are just hanging out everywhere? I do. Anyway, so I made two of them. I think these are lovely, and they take a little bit more time, but the result is phenomenal and I really love it. It has a lot of texture. You can use all different colors. It's just really, I used a, I believe it's a wool and acrylic blend yarn to make these. So it has a little bit more of, it's a little bit softer. It's not as stiff. If I were to use an all acrylic yarn. So I really like the look and feel of these, plus the texture, you know, is just wonderful. But anyway, really beautiful. I really loved playing with the colors, getting different outcomes, you know, and different shades, putting them together. I love to do that, by the way. I love to play with color. I love to play with different textures of yarn, just to see how things turn out. And let's see. So that is by Garden, the name of it is Garden Square. It's by Hannah Bovendier. I will put a link to her Etsy shop down in the description box. If you are interested, go check it out. I did have some new yarn. Well, it's not like brand new yarn. It's yarn that I've never used before, so I wanted to share a little bit about it. I did purchase it from Hobby Lobby. So it's called, this is by Yarn Bee. It's called Ethereal Eyelash. It's kind of this fuzzy looking yarn and it's extremely soft. Feels almost like chenille. Or not chenille. What am I thinking of? Anyway. It is 75%. Oh, I need my glasses. Hang on, I need my glasses. Do you need your glasses? 75% acrylic, 25% polyamide. It is very, very soft, and I just got kind of a neutral color just to try it out, just to see if I liked it or not, because I have not used this before. So the color is, I'm looking for it. I'll see the color name. Oat. It's called Oat. Okay. So what I did was this was a new, never done triangles before, so I tried this out and I really liked the look of it. I really liked the texture. I don't know if you can see the fuzz on it, but it's very, very soft. It doesn't look super weird. This was a new pattern I tried from, let's see, this book. Afghans, Comfort Knitting and Crochet Afghans. So it is a bunch of triangles put together basically. So I really like this. I've never made crochet triangles before, and I didn't know how easy it was. It is extremely easy. And it's kind of like a granny square, although you're making a triangle instead of a square. But anyway, I really like this pattern, and I just kind of, once I got the hang of it, I just sat and made a bunch of them. So I have a bunch of triangles to share with you. The other yarn, I really liked this color, and it's got some white kind of in there. There it is. It's a really beautiful blanket, and of course you can use whatever colors you want, and it's got some flowers. Yeah. So this color is, let me see the name. This is called Berry. So I don't know, I really like the color of this. It's kind of different shades. There's some light, there's some dark. So it's not the same solid color overall, but, and then this is the triangle I made with it, which I really like. I think it's really pretty. Okay. And then I found this. This is Rustic Romance. No, Rustic Romantic, sorry. And this has some hemp in it. I believe it's hemp. Yes. So it's glasses. 85% acrylic, 15% hemp. And I decided to try this out. And it's soft, but it's not super soft. And I really like this color. This is called Blueberry Bushel, so I thought that was really pretty. And it made a lovely triangle, I think. So these are just solid triangles. Now the triangles in that pattern for Stella, they were the triangles, and then I had a different color of edging. So I did make some of those, and I'll show you those real quick. So this is some variegated yarn, and then I did a solid color for the edging on that, which I think is really pretty. I think it turned out nice. And this one, and I was just playing around just to see what it looked like, how I would want it. But these, so these are, I'm using a number 4 weight yarn, and then I used I believe a 5mm hook to make these. So they're just kind of, yeah, just whatever. Just for fun, just to see what it turned out as. I did make the flowers. I made one in white, I made one in kind of this teal, and then I made one in this, I think this is lilac. I'm sorry for the strings. So, and you can put these flowers, you can put them in the middle of the square, or the middle of the triangle like that, which I thought would be very pretty. Like that. Or you can use all these triangles, you can sew them together to kind of make a big flower, and then put the flower in the center of all the triangles. So in the book, it does show you how to, if you wanted to place all of the triangles together to form kind of a large flower. I think I would need one more triangle, or no, 2 more? I don't know. But you could put them together like this, stitch them together, and then put the flower in the center of it. I think that's how you do it. Or you can take the flower and put one in each individual. Oh, that wouldn't look right. In each individual triangle. So it's really up to you what you want to do. I think it would look pretty either way. You'd have to make a lot of flowers though if you want to put them in each one. That goes there, I'm sorry, that goes there, that goes there. So I made the flowers the same color as the edging here. I just haven't made one for this yet. And then you can also throw in some just solid color triangles instead of doing the two colored triangles. I wonder, maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe that's, and then you just have the big flower in the middle. Sorry, it's probably hard to visualize with all the little strings, but I think that's how it's supposed to look. I think that's how it's supposed to, but that is really pretty. I think it's very, very pretty. So, yeah. So as you can see, lots of different possibilities with these little triangles. As you can even do each round a different color, you know, like you would a normal granny square. You don't have to make, you know, I use the variegated, so that's why I did not change color every round. But there's just so many possibilities, so many different ways that you could do these. I think they're really a lot of fun, and they're super easy. And I don't know, they just look really, really complicated, but they're not. They're really, really fun to make. And the color combinations are just amazing. You can just do so many things with so little yarn, you know. And the flowers, I think the flowers are really fun too. So, okay. Let's move on to another. You could even get different colors of this ethereal eyelash yarn and just do a bunch of those. I think that would be super awesome for like a baby blanket because they are so soft. And this I think would work up pretty quickly, being that it's easy to make. And if you use the bigger hook and the bigger yarn size, it makes it faster too. So this is from a new pattern from Marion at Wool Thread Paint, and I purchased her pattern off of Etsy. And this is one of the blocks in the blanket. I think it's called Summertime Blanket, but I will edit that out if I did it wrong. And this is one of the little squares out of the blanket, which I think is really pretty, really cute. No, I have not weaved in my ends yet, but I've just been playing around too. This also would look really nice on the other side if I wanted to flip it around. However, I have not weaved in the ends, so you can't really get a good look at it, but I really like the colors, and it kind of looks like stems and leaves on the outside, which I really liked. I really liked the look of that. For babies, so it's these little rings, and you've seen them in plastic, but I have seen them at craft shows in the fall when I go to craft shows, but this is awesome, and I've always wanted to learn how to make them. So when I saw this, I had to grab it. The cool thing about it though is I think these leaflets only have one pattern in them, but if you go to the website hobbylobby.com, they have all kinds of free patterns on their website. So of course I went crazy. downloading a bunch of patterns that I liked that were free. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There are 2 or 3 patterns in this. So I guess it depends on which one you grab. But, let's see. This one, all different kinds of granny squares. But the one that really caught my eye was this scarf. Which, wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I especially loved this one, the big flower. So I gave that a try. So I have not sewn it onto the square yet, but this is what it looks like. It wasn't as difficult as I had thought it would be. And of course I did use different colors, and I did some surface crochet on the front. And then I have this square that I'm going to sew it onto. So of course you can use any different color you want, but I just like to see how it's going to look. Try to visualize it. But yeah, and you don't have to sew it right in the middle of the square. You could sew it, you know, off to the side or something like that. If you wanted to make, I thought this would be a really cool idea. If you wanted to make a bunch of these squares, sew them together, and then make a bunch of these flowers and put them just anywhere and everywhere. You could put them all in one corner. You could put them all just in the middle. You could make a design. But I mean, just so many options. And this was from a scarf. I mean, I just love getting inspired. I love looking at what other people have done and then running with it. Choosing my own colors, choosing my own placements. I mean, I really don't... This may be a shortcoming. I don't like to follow the pattern exactly. I like to do my own thing, okay? But I love looking at what other crochet designers have done and just kind of putting my own spin on it. So anyway. Okay, so you have the basic square. You could put the flower dead center if you want to and just sew it down. So that looks very pretty. Or you could put it off in the corner, which I think looks really pretty. You could put it off to the side. You could make another flower and put 2 flowers on one. I mean, there's just so many options. You could put it in all 4 corners if you wanted to. I mean, there's just... And what I was saying, if you took a bunch of these squares, made a big afghan, then made a bunch of flowers, and you could put them all over the place. I mean, that would be an incredible texture and so much fun and so playful. It would also make, I think, a really pretty baby afghan as well. So just so many, and you could make the flowers all different colors. You could make big leaves and put them just all over the place. It's just such a fun idea. So another leaflet I found was this adorable little penguin, and he's got a little hat and a little scarf. And these are more like baby amigurumis, but it had this adorable little giraffe on the back. She's wearing a little bow. She's got a little tutu on. Again, if you go to hobbylobby.com, they have lots of other free patterns that you can download. But this just had so many cute ideas. So that was a lot of fun to look through. And then I also found cozy blankets. So this has knit and crochet blanket patterns. However, I think this is the one that only had one full pattern in the, no, it had 2 in the pamphlet itself. So the one afghan that I was really wanting the pattern for, you actually have to go to hobbylobby.com. So it had the pattern for the popcorn, I think it's called popcorn baubles, or beautiful baubles, is the main afghan. So it says it right there. So anyway, I just like getting these pamphlets because they're free, they have great patterns, and lots of inspiration. If you're needing some ideas or gift ideas especially, we have 2 ladies at work that are expecting, and I wanted to make some baby things maybe some toys, maybe a blanket, maybe a hat, maybe a little sweater or little booties or something for the baby. So lots of cute ideas in this one as well. Oh, I do have some books I wanted to share with you also, which goes along with the stackable toys. I did find this online and I ordered this. I believe it was from Amazon. This is Baby Stacks. So it has the same pattern idea, but it's different themes. So there is a bumblebee one. There is one that looks like donuts. This one has just different colors, more plain. Really lots of cute ideas in here. Now I have not made one of these before, but like I said, I have seen them at craft shows and they're just a lot of fun. They're really, really cool. And I would like to try to make one of these. I don't know how difficult it is, but I would definitely like to try to make these. There is one that has flowers. It's all flowers. I'm trying to find, there it is, Tower of Flowers, which I thought was really cute. But anyway, that looks like lots of fun. So this was, I think, $6 on Amazon. Yeah, so really cool. So if you're looking for gifts to give to expectant mothers, I think this would be an awesome gift instead of a blanket or a hat or something like that. Also, I found this 3D crochet book. This was at my library. So these are just kind of the rectangle blocks that you could actually make and hang on the wall like a tapestry, but also you could use them to make blankets, baby blankets as well. There's all different kinds of pictures. There's unicorns, there's sea animals, there's dogs and cats, owls, dinosaurs, I mean just you name it, and it's there. And it also has patterns for little baby cocoons. So this is really cool. I like to look through these books also to get inspiration and ideas for things that I am currently making. I do like how they have different, some of the crochet is flat and some of it is textured. So the mane in this one stands out, but the main part of the lion is flat, and then his little tail is also textured. So I thought that was really cute. I don't know, it just gives it. And of course it has shapes as well, but mostly about color. So if you're looking to put different colors together, this is the book. Oh my goodness, so many ideas, so many awesome blankets in this book. Now she does circles, she does squares, she does triangles. She even has flowers. I think they're in hexagon shaped flowers. Yeah, right there, if you can see it. But anyway, this is all about colors. What colors go good together, where to place them for visual, is it acuity? It has all different kinds of ideas for blankets and even wall tapestries. But yeah, just look at those colors, just gorgeous. So if you're looking for some inspiration or ideas, or just check this book out. Now, who is this by? This is by Amanda Perkins. I found this also at my library. So if you don't want to buy the book, if you want to look at it first and see if you want to buy it or just get some ideas, I think the library is definitely a way to go. Also, thrift books, you know, I buy from them a lot because the books are like $4 to $6. And they're used, yes, but you can find them in great shape. The other thing I wanted to share really quickly is a basket I finished. Now this is crochet, but I used fabric. So yeah, I made it out of fabric. Now I took the strips, I cut them in half, and then I knotted them together, not knotted, but piece them together at each end, and then I used a 10mm hook, which is a N hook, and I crocheted this little basket. I did put handles on each side. It's not very deep, it's a kind of a shallow bowl, but you could put all kinds of things in here. I mean, just whatever you want. But I made it very colorful, and it is very sturdy, very thick. I really like it. I really like it, and it's soft. It's not going to harm anything or anyone. So I really liked how it turned out. Now, I got these out of a scrap bin at one of the stores I shop at. If you wanted to, you could buy something like this, which I think is a, I don't know if this is considered a charm pack, but these are strips, pre-made strips. Now what you do is you cut them in half so they're thinner, but yeah, you could get something like this and piece them together. And I will link a video down below, the video that I used to make how to connect the strips together so you can kind of crochet endlessly. But this is really fun. If you have never crocheted with fabric, definitely want to try it. It's a lot of fun. You can make bags, baskets, bowls. I mean, there's just so many things you can make by crocheting fabric. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, in my opinion anyway. If you haven't tried it, definitely try it. It's not as hard as it looks. Definitely not. The video, I did make a video making this quilt. I actually made this quilt in 3 days. And no, it's real. It's real. And I filmed it. I filmed every stage. So if you're interested, I will link that video up in the corner if you want to watch me make this quilt in 3 days. So, all right. Now, I think that is all. I think that's all I had to share with you today. So, thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Thank you. This is a video game character. This is Kirby, and it was a free pattern I found online. The pattern is by Dana Dyer, and it's called the Kirby Crochet Plush, and I found it online. Also has a pattern for his warp star, which is the little star that he rides around on, which I have not made yet, but and my other daughter wants one too, so I'll be making a second Kirby.
What? You were going to make the warp star for her?
Yes, I'm going to make the warp star first, and then I'll make a second Kirby. In her pattern, very, very good pattern, very easy to follow and read. She had templates to cut out pieces of felt for the eyes, because his eyes are very unique, and they're very long, and then also there are 3 different colors, blue, black, and white. So I improvised and we did a little something different with his eyes, and then gave him just a simple little smile. But I think he turned out okay. What do you think? Do you think he turned out okay? Yeah.
And he smells good smell.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No. We can show them the pattern of Kirby and the Warp Star that we were going to make, but it's okay because we got this Kirby.
What are the other characters that you wanted me to make?
I wanted you to make King Dedede, and I wanted you to make Meta Knight with his wings and his sword, and I wanted you to make King Dedede with his hammer. And Elfline? And Elfline's for Molly, and so is Bandana Waldy with his spear.
That's his friend, Bandana Waldy. I forgot about that one. which I did find patterns for these other characters on Etsy, and they're not too expensive. So we'll have more characters coming. This is from a game. What's the game called?
Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So it's a game on the Switch, the Nintendo Switch that I like to play.
And when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out, it'll be Kirby in the Forgotten Land Star-Crossed World.
So, yeah. Very fun. Very